Welcome to another Ian in Vancouver. Today the lovely Denize and I are out on our bikes in Pitt Meadows. We are taking the Pitt Meadows Trail around the edge of Pitt Meadows, around the Fraser River, around the Pitt River, and then along the Alouette River, and then back into Pitt Meadows. The first place we hit is the airport at Pitt Meadows, and obviously we can't fly the drone around this area. This is obviously a restricted zone for flying the drone, but we do see a helicopter landing, which was pretty cool. The bike lane goes right around the side of the airport, and you can see the helicopter landing there, with causing up a bit of dust, and then you see the appropriate sign. And then you take a little tunnel that takes you actually under one of the airport runways, which is pretty cool. We also take a little trek underneath the CN Railway and stop for a little bit of a water break. It was 25 degrees at this point, so we took lots of water and had a few breaks here and there. We were able to catch some video of this CP rail train going by.
Giant piles of poo. Yeah.
Then it was off to the biggest pile of poo in the lower mainland. And then underneath the Lougheed Highway, onto the Pitt River Trail to fly the drone.
I got a photo.
So we set the drone into active track, and for the most part it followed Denize quite well. At one point we had a bird of prey come darting out of the trees. It seemed to be very interested in the drone, but then changed its mind. So the path we took here was on the east side of the Pitt River. This is actually the Trans-Canada Trail. Denize was very much aware of the drone behind her, and that's why she keeps looking. You feel like you're being followed.
In doubt, just stop when you need to. Oh. Keep going. A bird of prey came out of the bushes and went for the drone.
So at this point, we didn't record from the drone, but the bike camera catches the drone doing some pretty interesting maneuvers around trees and under these wires. I actually manually dropped the drone down, thinking it might crash into them, but it didn't. And this shot is placing the drone in front of me And for some reason, the Mini 3 doesn't like flying backwards as much as it does following you. So it seems to want to fly in front of you for a little while and then changes its mind. It was also at this point I began to realize there was problems with two things happening, which I didn't realize at the time. One is that we were entering a geo-zone, and two, the drone was reaching its maximum distance, which was just set to over 2,000 meters. And all this is very difficult to observe on a screen that you've got held in your hand while trying to ride a bike. And you'll see on the screenshot, when it gets to about 2,000 and about 80 meters, it just stops. And for some reason it just lost me there. We don't know why. I stop and then I manually bring the drone back to where we are. And then we have to stop in order to reset. So it was at this point where I set off is that we start entering an aircraft geo-zone. Not sure what it was for, but obviously the drone's not going to fly into it. Which I didn't see because it appears just for a second on the screen. And the next screenshot is the maximum flight distance, which also I didn't see because you're trying to stay upright on a bike. So finally just gave up and just flew the drone around the Alouette River where it meets the Pitt River, and then took some video of some kayakers and then called it a day with the drone. Thanks for watching, Ian in Vancouver. Thanks for liking and subscribing to the channel. And we'll see you next time.